Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome. Hope we're all doing good. So I was gonna squeeze in my Lunar daily, but everyone's pretty much here, so I'm not gonna hold everyone up. We're 9 out of 10. While we wait for that 10th, if you remember yesterday, we did have a message from Spud 2 about getting the last couple of upgrades. Well, not the last couple, but some of the last couple of upgrades. So I figure I'll get those now. So while we wait for the 10th player, whoever that might be. I hope you guys are all doing alright. These fucking days. I've been going to bed quite late lately, therefore waking up quite late lately. And the stream slot becomes so annoying if I'm doing that, this slot here, because it puts the stream smack fucking bang in the middle of the day. Like, I'll be doing stuff, and then it's like, oh, you have to stop and go get into a completely different mode and a completely different mindset now because this is the stream. It's always right in the middle. And then I end up leaving the stream, and I want to break after the stream, and then all of a sudden it's like fucking 8 at night, and it's like... It feels like it should be the end of the day, but all I've done is, like, start on a thing and now, like, stopped a little bit into it. It's really annoying. I've just got to go to bed a little bit earlier, that's all, and then it sort of all works out. So we want the War Room. We want multiple scribe upgrades for the War Room, nonetheless. So we're not doing it at the workshop. We're doing it here. Hello, everyone. I like the idea of everyone sitting around in a war council like this. Right. What upgrades are available for the War Room? We are looking for packed Doliacs. These ones here. We're going to learn to craft schematics to manufacture T2 improvement that increases the amount of supply carried by Doliacs departing from the guild's claimed supply camp. That's going to take level 24, 35 guild experience as the reward. We needed to know how to claim keeps already. It's going to cost fine paper, mithril, leather, crystals, ecto, planks, supply bags, 2k, Ethereum, and 300 favor. Next, we want the Dragon Banner. Now, this is like the ultimate banner, the epic one. I'm surprised to see that the requirement on this does not list the Centaur Banner and the Turtle Banner already. Craft schematics to manufacture a T3 tactic that spawns an offensive banner at your guild's claims objective. This banner may be picked up by one of your guild members and carried into battle, offering support to other members of your team in the area. 35 guild experience. We need level 27 and keeps. Quality paper, ingots, leather squares, crystals, ecto, planks, 5 lodestones. It's a weird small number there. I guess because dragon fire or something. Even though that's not really even true in terms of elder dragons, I guess. But it's not an elder dragon banner. It's just a dragon banner. And maybe they do all breathe fire in this franchise. I don't know. You got like the snapping turtles and stuff. Technically classified by game mechanics as dragons, but didn't really. Anyway, incandescent dust, crystalline dust, again just 5. 10,000 Ethereum though, that's quite a lot, and 300 favor. And then finally we're going to learn the emergency waypoint, which, of all of these, I feel like the if you really want a world versus world, I feel like being able to trigger an emergency waypoint is like super important. And yet, we don't even have it yet. It looks like he wanted us to do it, but slight miscalculation on the dust, so I can't pick it up just yet. So we'll save that, I think, for now. But then we can go to the workshop and get synthesis output. So let's go do that. Unless that needs dust as well. Quite often they need dust, so we'll see. This means we get all the T3 mats now, right? These are like big upgrades right now. For a guild to feel like a full guild. Like, people want their max gathering. Right, so synthesis, output 3. Increase the efficiency of the guild synthesizers, increasing daily ore and lumber harvest to 8 each. 35 guild experience, and we need all these previous upgrades, basically the last tier. Done. It's going to cost us 125 ecto, airship oil, dust, sparks. Remember that these were expensive when HOT came out. Or at least the sparks were, the other two were pretty invalidated. Miscalculation with the devs there. 5,000 Ethereum, 300 favor. And we're done. And we have 10 out of 10 for the raid. Now, I'm not going to be playing this today. I did half concoct a very simple Condi Firebrand. I decided to go for Condi Firebrand because Condi Firebrand can hold a lot of projectile deflection, stab, blocks, and can do damage while not standing particularly near the boss, so I can continue doing the mechanic. So my hope is here that I'm not going to be top DPS or even anywhere near top DPS, frankly. But I am playing a build that can ignore that protection. I am playing a build that per animation landed for damage dealt is quite high. So if I keep zigzagging in and out, I can still sort of contribute. And the point is, the overall team's damage should go up a bit at least, which is good for getting through some of these phases quicker. The only thing I've lost is like automatic Gale Song proc, but I think I saw that make like 2 plays all of yesterday. And Rebound, which again, I think I saw only a handful of plays, not many. The only skill I'm not totally sure about just yet is the Shield of the Avenger, which seems to like fail its cast a lot of time. I don't know what the fuck. This, like, it worked, but I don't know whether it's getting culled out or what, but it is annoying. Also, there was a Gemster update I haven't looked at. There's a new item we need to figure out for Master somehow. I really don't have the money or anything for it. Now that I'm not PvPing, the money's just going down. It sucks. The Glacial Logging Tool, I guess, is new. So it's 1,000 gems. Probably has a glyph on it. Wow, Glyph of the Timekeeper. A 3rd chance to complete gathering instantly. That's pretty cool. We do need it, but what can I say? Oh, and I don't even have the Rat Cape yet, I don't think. Do I have the Rat Cape? I might have picked up the Rat Cape. I'm not sure. But that new one, definitely not. Right, so let's head on over. So yeah, I'll be like a mediocre DPS, but doing a utility role, so I'm sort of okay with it. If you guys want to see the selections I made, I went with Zeal for the extra burn damage, Eternal Armory, and just straight up flat damage. I went Amplified Wrath in Radiance. You could do like the Permeating Wrath idea, but there's not really any mobs to bounce off of, so I don't think Permeating Wrath is that good. And then I've gone Bleeds with Axe. I could do extra Virtues pages, I'm not sure. I've gone Weighty Terms. You might think, oh, 20% condition damage, but no. And then just keep my passive burns rolling always. Then, as far as gear is concerned, I just built Condi gear that would put my burn duration really, really, really high. If I infused, I think that 98.66 could go all the way to a nice clean 100. But yeah, I'm largely Vipers, and I didn't actually put Sinisters on. Sinister would be better. I put like a fucking, whatever that other one is, Destroyer or whatever, I can't remember. Destroyer's not in PvE. Anyway, it could be way more min-max. Oh, I never bought food. Oh, I didn't even think about food for my Condi duration. So what's a good food that doesn't bump my expertise? Do I even have Condi food on this character? Hold on, guys. Does anyone know what's like Koi Cake? But what's a good Condi food with no expertise on it? Tuning Crystal. What's a great tuning crystal as well? Right, this is okay. We'll do the Master Tuning Crystals. Fire Meat Chili. Yeah, I'm not reliant on that or that burn duration. I could have min-maxed this way more. You got to understand. Is that what you're thinking of? Because I don't care for burn duration food. We already have all the burning we need. So no, not that. I just want Condi food. Just straight up condition damage. Does anyone have any ideas? It was one of the truffle foods? Yeah, truffle risotto. I'll do this for now. I'll do truffle risotto, and then if people have better ideas, or I don't really think the min-max is even necessary, to be fair. This is already going to be leagues better than what Liss was doing. My only issue now is we might start dying. I might be too squishy. I haven't played a DPS at all in any of the CMs yet. So here now we actually feel the pain of not opening on our mount. Oh, and the other thing is I don't really have... also, I've not like practiced how this works at all. I'm running like Geomancy. Holy fuck, yeah. I'm going to be playing a lot worse here. I'm in front of the boss and everything. Couldn't get back to the stack because I got immobed. Yeah, I'm down. I'm just eating too much shit. Oh. Alright, that was a good res. Somebody else, 2 other people died though. I'm gonna need some warm up to this for sure. Probably will talk very little as I do it because I don't want to look like too much of a moron. Yeah, what was I gonna do though? Immediately, I kind of wanted to move faster. That I felt really slow and clunky. Maybe it's because I'm on a char. Let me just try a little bit more reflect, block plus swiftness for myself. I know that this is a really low value skill, but we'll see. Also, yeah, I'm running shield offhand for, again, the later phases where I can just hold it and deflect projectiles. I'm gonna need some warm up. Get used to how hard the game actually hurts now. Yeah, it is squishy for sure. I mean, it's just as low vitality as Ellie. Right. Largely axe autos should be pretty good. Okay, we move in nice and quick. I think using the 5 in a big 10-man scenario like this is probably pretty good. And I can put the sword on him, for example, there. Oh, I ate the blinds. That's my bad. I was trying to use the 5. I thought I had another page. Maybe I do more pages. Yeah, I get tectonic upheaval. Oh, I'm too late. Every time I'm too late. Fucking stupid. Didn't want to do that either. Oh, okay, we get the helicopter. I can't really remember whether that was quicker before. Can't DPS during this phase. Retreat's probably a bit dumb because people are getting killed by the helicopter. We're just gonna go anyway. So here I should just be able to maybe Sword of Justice ahead. Because the thing with Condi build is like a lot of it's just ramp, so I may as well get some damage going early, right? Some more mantras going. People are GGing, I think, because Kato's dead. Didn't really use shield there. Am I the tank? I think I'm the fucking tank. Someone is there. We'll see. If it turns around, then I was definitely. Alright, we're GGing. Litany of Wrath's really good because of the retail. Yeah, but I want to give Aegis to the team. I'm not going to be selfish like that. Unless... Yeah, no, I don't know what you mean, really. Yeah, if people get condis on them. I used to cleanse good amounts of condis. I was looking at the logs of our Desmina kill, by the way. I was showing them yesterday, and it was really interesting. By far, that Ellie build I was on was cleansing really heavily, more than the other players in the group. Also, you'll be surprised how detailed some of this shit is. You can, like, see exact rotations people do. So, like, we were looking at Dark's rotation. He's obviously very new at Ellie, and he was just, like, in Earth a lot of it. Even though he's, like, a power build. So it's kind of creepy, to be honest, just how much detail people have. I had no idea, honestly. But, yeah, I found that quite interesting, that I was still able to cleanse a lot. All right, there's the eye. That block's nice there. Do you see that? Okay. I'm scared constantly that I'm going to stand too close. Good block again. Yeah, I like it. That guy got killed, so we want to do something. That thing never broke. We had another down. I'm upheavaled again, but like I can contribute, so I can still hit the fucking... Okay, so that was a 6-minute 38 phase. With 2 defeats at the start. I went a really wonky way there. Also never used my torch ball properly. So out of practice, actually having to look at my skill bar more while doing stuff. Kind of funny. Now we don't want to burn our last mantra. Wow, how am I going down? Am I fucking something up here? Why was I dead there? I don't understand. I was standing where I needed to be, correct? I think anyway. Okay. I keep counting. I do that in PvP all the time as well, yeah. Yeah, my bad. That was just stupid. I was too slow again. I got obsessed with I was looking at what the actual burn tick count I was doing was. So is that, we have one healer? Is that it? Should I go back to the Ellie then? Didn't we go from like 3 healers last run? I guess, yeah, it's because the comps changed again. We have no druid. We can try with me on heals again, I guess. We have 0 healer. All right, I'll run a healer then. That way, I mean, I do want to play something other than this, but if I'm more comfortable in it for now, and if the comp actually needs it, the thing is, this variant of healer that I have set up doesn't do that. It doesn't offer that much for this particular encounter, honestly. That's the thing with it. I heard you bad-mouthing me, boy. Don't you know Earth will inherit all? Yeah, it did look a bit dire, Doug, to be honest. You might want to go to the Golem to get used to, like, how to play that build. Like, you can see every dodge a person does. Why have I got Lightning Flash? What was I running in that slot before? Oh, this was the weird version as well. I'm gonna splash more prot out. And a bit of stab, I guess, might be worth something, maybe. Yeah, it's great. Like, they can see, like, I know that on the run where we killed Desmina, you opened the fight with a dodge when no one else did, for example. You can see that shit. I can see every single mechanic that I got hit by. I can see every down that anyone got hit by. I saw that I got 18 resurrects across the whole fight. I might run Arcane, but it wasn't that good before. I had a very lovely message from Joe working. Oh, also, speaking of stats, I had a... oh, what the fuck do you call it? I had a really interesting comment where someone was monitoring... apparently, one of you watching me monitors every single Black Lion chest I've opened in all of Master. And they've, like, counted them up and started counting how much value I get out of them. And they asked me a question over on Wood and Potatoes too, like... how much, like, there was a day where I said I just opened one chest, but I actually had more stuff came in than the one chest, so I'd obviously made a mistake. And they were asking me, like, did I remember it? And I don't anymore, but the point was that there's, like, some crazy stats someone's catching up. Right. I think people just need to de-rust a bit, and we've got, obviously, a new comp, different players with us, so... Obviously, this one will be a bit slower. Yeah, see, okay, we had a death. I could have rebounded. Oh, I was running Glyph on that slot. That's what I was doing. I'll put Glyph back on. Glyph does occasionally save someone. But, I mean, the thing is, it's not really... So here, I think previously we phased already, so these pillars didn't even like, mean anything. Right, there we go. Actually, yeah, I guess we hadn't. I feel like the DPS didn't really change there. Maybe because people have Scholar a bit more. I don't know what quantity of... Right, so Green Arrow is the first one. I'll try to register that a little bit better as we go forward here. Okay, I'm going to Aftershock when we are in a movement mode, like here, when we start moving. That way we have move. There you go. Gale Song, 10-man stun break was good there. It was right as the Earth overload, Reflect Aura dropped as well. Yeah, I'm getting heals, I guess. Bit of tectonic upheaval. We'll probably go for some damage here. Always end up cancel casting Meteor Shower. I just don't have time to finish it. Ah, I walked out too early. It's alright. Let me just Vapor onto them and then... It's alright because no one's low yet. This genuinely doesn't really cost us much. It's obviously not ideal. Someone else got the upheaval and they've moved it in a weird place because they didn't know what to do. None of my bad. I don't think anyone got hit by any of those shockwaves. Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. We have one death, so I think we do need to be overlapping one of the pillars. No, not two of us. Thank you. Okay, dogs down. So, someone overlap with me on the right now. Someone stand with me. That's it. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Like here, it's just very low pressure. There's really not much going on. To be honest, just my regen could help. I should change to like Zealots or something. Keep the mic going for him. Should probably do that a little bit later so that it actually lands on the group. Nice spike. Put this here, on me. Why all the way back there? There's no need. Okay, auras are up. Right, and we shouldn't have deleted any of the really bad ground. I'm going to turn off dialogue bubbles. Because her speech bubble there is like really annoying. It's not arrow anymore, right? We want to go to the other place. So we go all the way around. That's right, I can heal all these guys. Oh, fuck you. I fell off anyway. If I wasn't using W, A, S, and D, I would have been fine. Ah, the fucking stun broke the others. Fuck you, Valen. Can you not talk while dead? It's ruining the immersion. Let me turn bubbles off. In-world. There, in-world bubbles. Yeah, while I'm dead, I'll get this comment up for you guys. I did think it was quite interesting. Maybe change my build as well in a minute. How's our mic, by the way? So here's what someone said. Where is it? Dude, do I need to refresh this comments page? What the fuck? It was there. Downstairs, it's there. Why don't I see it up here? Did they delete it? Oh, well, we've wiped anyway in the meantime. I don't know. I can't find it. Maybe they just removed it. That'd be very weird. Let me get chat back up. I need to do something more useful. I might go Warhorn and proper aura share instead of soothing mists. Like, we really don't need all of that. So if we just, in fact, we could stay staff and just run pat, but it's only 5 people, so I just feel like it's not as good. Like, well, fuck it. We're gonna turn off soothing mist on this, just so that I can reliably do this and help at least 5 people, right? So in a situation like a second ago where we were all at arrow and circle was where we wanted to go, what I could have in theory, if I had this version set up, I could have just gone earth and pressed 3. And in fact, Gale Song versus Overload Reflex. The Overload Reflex are probably better because Gale Song didn't work there, right? Not fully. So the earth swap's actually pretty good because you swap in, you get stabbed, that saves the team. And then you reflect, and then that saves 5 people. And then you overload, and then that saves 5 people. It's probably overall a better choice. So I'll probably make that tweak as well in a minute if we're going to be sticking with this. Too many. Alright, I'll just do this. Ah, it doesn't work. It doesn't even work. Because I was standing too close to the boss, so I never got the mechanic. If you want a DPS, be right inside the boss so that you're the one that gets that mechanic, not anyone else. Like, I'm pretty sure I can just Healing Rain, Geyser, and then do whatever the fuck I want. My temptation to Burning Retreat is very high every time. This isn't good. So I can't rebound that, but can I reflect that? I swear I saw it get reflected on a previous run. Oh, I missed it up again. Alright, there you go. Well done, guys. Got the same timing as we had before. Someone instantly dead. Wow, we got so much ground here. Right, reflect, just in case. I don't see there being much of a problem. Reflect again. Yeah, that feels way better. Honestly. I mean, it's even a bit of healing too. And then this Earth Overload would feel good as well. And then, yeah, this is just better. Fuck's sake, man. This is exactly the kind of fight where Gale Song should be good. And it's just a bit fiddly. On this phase, guys, when you're putting the pillars down, try to favor the further out so that the next copter phase is better for us. Oh, fuck. I kind of want to test. I'm going to test. No. Alright. It is just stand behind the pillar. Sorry about that. Obviously, he's going to be tankier now, but... Science must be done. Alright, that's good. I'll just overwrite it. Okay. I feel like, you know how when it's the apple core, there's like a bit in the middle? I feel like if I jump against it at the perfect time and W into it, I might be able to overlap my hitbox purely and like properly with the old one, and then thus not remove extra floor. I'm sure that doesn't actually work. But yeah. I'm not going to delete the like road. In theory, if we were a little bit quicker, that would have been a phase. There is kind of like, okay, Arcane would have been nice. But I mean, they got it. Alright, good. Nice gentle little hop. So we're going to... Oh, why did I do that? Why? Why in a million years would I do that? Why would I throw that away? We're going to... Oh, shit. I'm going to fucking fall. Slow brain. Dude, what happened there, okay, is I knew we were due to go to circle. So I lingered on a side of the board that I don't usually, and then when I saw what the ground was going to disappear, I like faulted. I was like, wait, what is my route through? So then I just tried to stand still because the ground directly beneath me didn't have that telegraph. But the ground directly beneath me did have the telegraph for just the nuke that's going to go off around the boss itself, which ultimately killed me. I was just too slow, and I wasn't ready for what the pattern would look like again. So I just fucking stood there like a... it's that thing where you see a car coming down the road and you just freeze. That's literally what happened. Okay, let me just put Unstable Conduit on instead of Gale Song. Bye-bye. The only time Gale Song's proccing a lot of the time in these is when I get hit by the fucking shockwave after a pillar raises, which is like such a like no-brainer thing to avoid that it really doesn't matter. So, yeah, we'll do it this way instead. Right. Could have just dodged on them there, but we'll get all the shit out, I guess. Got time? Probably not. Probably could have just stayed autoing. See here, it's that no swiftness thing again. Maybe I should just give more swiftness. Just like literally with the skill. Oh, this is why you don't go from outside to in, because it's... If I seed a bit of swiftness, hopefully the signets of inspiration will just prop it up. Res. We'll do this one here. What the fuck? Why? Alright, good phase. Oh, no, that's just completely standard phase. You can leave that bit really early as well, as was just demonstrated by pretty much everyone. Okay, so in theory, I just stab the team here, or as many as possible. And blast as well, I guess. Clean them up. And get ready to go again. And that's the other thing, you know, the Gale Song proccing if I get hit by one of those dumbass shockwaves that don't really mean anything. You usually just have an overload ready to stun break it anyway. That's good. No. Chrysanthemum's putting such shitty fucking pillars down. That's way too close. Later on, give people a little bit of space to move in the copter. Maybe it doesn't matter too much, but I mean, Jesus. So unnecessary. That guy's dead. Oh no, he's not. Someone rezzed it. I just had a ding notification. I have no idea what that is. Just wanted to say thank you to whoever. Much appreciated. I guess what I was just whining about isn't too big of a deal. It's going to be something like this every time anyway. So here, I'm on the wrong side again, right? This tends to happen. So we just go like this. This is all going to be safe and fine and dandy. Stab, reflects. I'm pretty sure that... no, I didn't. I felt like I might have eaten the stab there. We have 2 deaths. So someone can start overlapping their pillar with mine if they'd really like. I probably blew all my stuff way too soon because the thing is, this is the hard bit. This is the scary bit. You want to stay in the tablet or always have the tablet in front anyway. Okay. And then stab as we move. Reflect. Alright, we're good. We've done this phase. Okay, so we just need to do this like once more, and then we have to deal with the whole like constant hands in the last 25%. Yeah, this pattern's kind of tricky. I'm going to start here. Yeah, overlap with me, that's it. How does the game decide which pillar is the one that's allowed to live? We had a 3rd death somewhere. There's the eyeball. I'll heal you up. What? Oh, no, obviously, yeah, I just... stupid, that's all that is. I went back, right? But my, like, monkey brain was thinking, this is the same as, I wasn't thinking of the overlap that had happened, and the fact that the pillar wasn't actually the pillar I'd made, it was the other pillar. How did this guy just die? Yeah, we really need to place new ones and old ones at the moment. Dude, I did it again! Alright, it's okay, because I'm an Ellie. I can just roll my face across the keyboard and then vapor into a correct position. It's too correct. Or I guess, I mean, we got a lot of damage to do. He's got a stack. A stack? Multiple stacks? Dude, it's really interesting when you get to just stay in there and not do the mechanic. Ah, didn't get me that time, did you, wanker? Our damage is going to be really low here. We should GG. Half the team's dead and they all need practice. Okay, so the way I get that next one, I have to go into the outer ring, really. We're going to lose so much floor grinding through this. Yeah, somebody GG'd. Yeah, we should definitely GG. Because we didn't really have any damage. Who is saying the German words for squad ready? Our commander is using the German client. So when he readies up, when he initiates a ready check, it broadcasts in German to everyone. Because he's using German text on his client, which is kind of interesting. I think that's one of the only examples I've ever seen of the client's specified language text option interfacing with the network in some way. But that's why it's coming up in German. He's not typing it every time. It's because that's his client. You heard me complaining about EQ? Yeah, I just woke up and just didn't like it, really. I've been messing with it again today. Mostly just trying to find a way to get a good de-esser on. Basically, I want to give it loads of air. And lots on the high end. But if I do that, the S's get really sibilant and horrible. So I'm just like trying to, and I'm pretty confident with it now, identify like that one like frequency that has got the worst sounds, and ducking those, which I've pretty much got, I think. So I'm pretty happy with it again now. It's kind of hard because there's a bit of a placebo with it all. It's just volume. I sometimes catch myself and I'm like, okay, this sounds better, but it doesn't really. It's just that it was a higher volume, so it sounds clearer because it's a higher volume, obviously. And you know, that's what I really need, is to be able to heal people right now. It's at this moment where people get low as fuck as they're out there. It feels quite scary. I mean, it is what it is. I'm doing the best I can. Ooh, okay. Yeah, and don't forget, guys, when you do some of these jumps, just hold the button down. You will initiate a mini glide that can get you that extra, you know, half a platform, quarter of a platform, whatever. We'll just do fire here and then earth as we jump. You're either going to have one stab or you're going to have a reflect. Someone good with the tablet is definitely a good choice on this. How do I want to do this? Like, it's really cool. I think that should be my first slot. And we just pull a post back. Same as in phase 1. That's not going to do anything, but whatever. I don't know how many of us got blinded to res that dude. I don't actually know how he died either in the middle of the stack. I'm not sure what I did wrong. Keep the healing rings up. Swiftness. There I did, looks like I'm not the only one that made that mistake. Last run where I thought I was behind the pillar and I wasn't. It looks like someone else is regularly making that mistake. What the fuck, that guy's got? Oh my god. That's interesting. Staff 3 just doesn't give a fuck about the holes in the floor. You just go soaring over them. Was that Staff 3 that I just saw? No, because we don't have any druids, do we? What the fuck was that animation? Alright. It looks like you get more than enough time. If people who are dead right now rewatch my VODs... Dude, how the fuck did I get spanked out there? I don't actually have... Okay, stab. I don't have much for people here. I'm going to rebound because that'll be one source of a reflect as we walk. And then I'll overload. That'll be another source of reflect. There you go, we're getting it. And then one final one here. Maybe I should have saved that for in a moment. It's okay, because if they knock us back in this phase, there's no real risk. There's not a hole behind us. Okay. Again, 4 deaths as we move. This is like the actual fight now again. It's a lot like Sabir, really. You know how Sabir, it was like, really, you start the fight at 60%? This one, it's like, really, you start the fight at 50. And, yeah, well done to Chrysanthra, I think that was, for actually realizing the overlap necessity. No one's falling. I'm not going to risk leaving water anymore. On me. That's it. No, what are you... Okay. I guess that's alright, going a little bit further up. It kind of isolates the 2 segments, but... Only the other road. Come all the way over here. It's a bit of a tight walk. Everyone's okay. Right, stand at the back. This is a good-ish spot. Why would you do it in the middle? Why? What the fuck was the point of that? Didn't we just get both bits of ground destroyed there? This person just refuses to just like... We still got a huge amount of damage to do again. So, I mean, I don't know. This one here, because we need to get behind it. Isn't that unnecessarily destroying extra ground when they don't stand on me, they stand next to me? Isn't it? Isn't it just like pointlessly destroying 2 tiles at once instead of 1? Can't really observe it that closely. Okay, someone's down over there, a bit scary. I think we can heal him. Missed my ice field. Yeah, here, I guess. It's a bit close. I think we'll still be okay in the copter phase, but we've got too long. It's over. GG this is way too much. We're wasting time. 6 dead, 4 alive. What's the point? We should just go again so that people get used to the jumps. Well, the people that die, like, before the game really starts, they just need to do more runs, so... You can't fully overlap them? Well, what happens? Because you can definitely stand right next to each other. What happens when you fully overlap them? Oh, maybe it was DHF2. Yeah, that's a good idea. That could be true. Oh, they just separate anyway, do they? So 2 will come up. They'll just be left and right of one another. So the only overlapping possible is when you overlap with an established pillar? No, doesn't that run contrary to everything chat has said for 2 days straight? I'll watch really closely if it comes to that next time. So the only thing in terms of overlapping is replacing ones that are still standing from the previous round. Let's get more brought up. A bit of swiftness. No, it was too early. I don't know why I'm doing that. What the fuck are you doing out here? There you go. Thief wasn't allowed to DPS that time. Water or Geyser for that person. Swiftness has dropped. I have so few booms because I missed that whole phase a second ago. Okay. That phase was complete exactly as fast as the other ones. Just go straight to the green arrow, to be honest. You don't really need to wait. Look how much time you get. I should really do that for the other phase, you know? I should really have the confidence to just go that early. Like, if you do go that early and you can trust that the I guess it depends where the blade is, right? Because if the blade's at kind of an inopportune location, it's not very good. There, that's really good. Look at our pillar placement there. That was perfect. We changed that a little bit there, and it was really nice. Just like each of the corners. And then I guess one way back in the middle, because we can't go to the tanks area. Dude. I'm honestly really glad that I'm not running Arcane here. Evasive Arcana and just random, well, not random dodging, but intentionally dodging at weird angles to try and heal people if it were even necessary. I mean, this is so low pressure, it's totally not. But would really be a fucking hazard for falling in holes. I feel like this whole encounter is like super minimal dodges as far as it goes. It's just build the right stuff into the comp. And I can't imagine any of these people dodging much. Except like mirages, right? Wow, that was a quick phase. Oh, it's because we're all alive. Well done, everyone. So yeah, let's just see. Like, and I could change my starting position on this phase as well. I wonder, right now, can I just go there? Do you think? Yeah, well, I'm a bit late, but I should probably stay back with those guys, though, because... Alright, they all made it. Oh, no, 3 people died. Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting to the point I was at now where you've got to figure out how to, like, comfortably move from that copter into this part of the fight. Right, so stab on everyone. Extra reflects. I just overlapped my rebound reflex with my skill 3 in an awkward way, but whatever. I think we just had a death on that moment, didn't we? Yeah, someone saying in fucking chat, I am undone. Right, so we lose 4 players, but the majority are still alive, so I'm happy to try this new phase if people want to. I'll stay stood back here. Ah, fuck, I left water at a really dumb time there. Sorry to everyone for that. Yeah, let's see what this interaction looks like. Okay, I'm watching it. Yeah, you can see. No, there's only 1 pillar there. What are you not talking about? So you can overlap. That's what people told me, isn't it? I swear to God, we just... yeah, go. Why did you do that? I'm now fully confused. Okay, people are GGing. Okay, so the point is that you can break floors. The floors will always break no matter how deftly you overlap, but the pillars themselves will. Is that it? Is that the nuance that I'm wrestling with? That if we place 2 new pillars together and we're both on the same hexagon, yeah, at the exact same time, only 1 pillar will rise, but 2 ground will go away. You can't ever diminish the amount of ground falling away, but you can reduce the number of pillars. Is that it? Is that the full sentence? They're calling to repair. You guys will notice. I do not need to, because I'm a god, and all I've done is GG so far. Thank you. All right, thank you, Hamari, for that confirmation. In which case, yeah, it doesn't really matter if you're standing exactly on the same thing. As long as you overlap a bit, you'll get 1 pillar, 2 floor destroyed. And by standing really close to each other, but not quite on the same, you can maybe dictate exactly which other floor nearby gets broken. And having that little bit of control is obviously better than not having it, in which case the positioning was fine. What are we waiting for? Oh, someone had to repair, so... And they don't have the mastery. CMs without the mastery. Fucking hell. Yeah, so they had to run back. I give you health. Focusing on might is actually a pretty good idea. Just because the people who are walking away aren't really getting it. So it drops and then they hope to get it back. I bet might uptime's pretty shit for like half of the players. So I'll try to get as many fire overloads as I can while someone else is with me. I mean, I have a bit of concentration. Do the blasts. Damn it. Area removed conditions. Okay, they got the res. Just tank the hit if you really want to. It's quite nice that all my shouts prop might up as well. Sorry, what? Oh, fuck. I'm dead. Oh, why did I call myself a god? Fucking no swiftness, so I dodged to try and move a bit quicker, but the very end of the dodge overlapped like perfectly the last fucking 1/8 of the terrain, so I'm spamming the jump button, but I can't jump because I'm in the middle of... I initiated a fucking dodge. And the second I pressed the dodge button, I knew that that was what had happened. It was basically, recognize that I'm going a bit slow and that thing's right up my ass. Know that a dodge can give me that movement back. Press dodge, realize that the trajectory is a fucking bee's dick off where it should be. Fall down the hole. And now they have no healer, so they're going to struggle. That's such shit, man. I fucking hate these, like, tiny fractional, like, bullshit little things that get me killed sometimes. Sorry, guys. I mean, the mistake is still my own because I should have just been thinking about the health and the fact that the phase was coming. That could have been obvious to me if I was engaging my brain. It's punishment for pointing out I hadn't died. And then I would have known what happened. Because what happened was I'm placing the pillar and then I'm just so like brain dead to the idea that the phase is coming that then my pillar disappears, and I noticed for the first time there that the pillars that you're trying to place all pop up in the corner on the very perimeter instead. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So I was like, wait, did the game bug? Like, what the fuck happened? My pillar should be here. And then I was like, I recognized that it was actually really bad that a pillar was on the very edge, because then how were we going to destroy it later? So I was thinking about the fact that I thought it had bugged, and then thinking about how punishing the bug was. And then I realized, oh no, it's a phase and this thing's about to kill me and I'm still on the very edge. So then I get moving. Then I realize I'm moving slow. Then the fucking thing. So that is what I was thinking of. And noticing. Nice boons at the moment. What was someone saying about retail before? I noticed I just had retail on me there. Is retail actually like relevant in this fight? Because like the attacks or the pulses or something? Is retail relevant in any raid fight? Like having 10-man retail and like splashing a bit of pressure back onto the boss. Because it's interesting, you know, people don't think about retail much, but a lot of the time in PvP, when you die and you look at your combat log, a good fucking proportion of the damage that you've taken is retail on a lot of builds. Like, retail's nearly always up there. I feel like that has to be true in PvE, where retail hits even harder too, even if it is just against a boss. But most of their animation rates are really low, so... Again, I have no swiftness. 3 deaths to the copter, 4 deaths. I mean, yeah, they're GGing. I think one of them was the tank. He said that he lagged. Oh, here we go. Rocker's explaining. Retail does matter to some classes for... Yeah, well, no, I don't care about shit like that. I don't care about, like, Guardian wanting retail for his buffs. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I managed... What?! Excuse me? How the fuck did I fall in that hole? What? The fight's not even going on. I was wondering why I couldn't jump out. It's because there's not even a hole there. What? Yeah, I didn't even need a lock to fall into a lock. That's the German word for hole, apparently, so... Rocker has fond memories of shouting that word tons to people in comms. Which, honestly, I don't understand at the moment because... Like, the holes don't randomly appear, do they? I'm not missing something in the last 25% where we randomly find holes. And you have to, like, communicate new ones to each other, right? Dude, this is really pissing me off. I'm spending more time in air. I'm not moving this slow the whole fucking time, especially not when a phase comes. Blast that shit. Blast my thing. It's alright. We got a signal of inspiration out of it. And maybe a Thrill of the Crime. I don't know. I don't actually know what the thief is doing, but I'm assuming he's one of the only other people giving swiftness. It's dropped again. Fuck you. Give it back. Yeah, what a gods. Alright. See, look, they're all up in the corners. That's what I'd noticed. And I was like, whoa, why did I fall? Just the arrows were the last thing from my mind. So I'm going to have to turn around here. Give everyone the shit that they want. Heal them up. We'll save Earth stuff for the jump in a minute. There it is. In an ideal world, you would give the swap stab to 5 players and the reflect to the other 5. That's obviously not going to work out, but hey. I'll go here. Alright, good. Are we happy now? We got over a minute of the fucking stuff. I'm gonna find that drop later. Alright, I'm happy. Everyone else can get bent. If you don't have much swiftness uptime at the moment, you are on your own. This one. 3. People aren't randomly dying on the... Oh, never mind. Look, we're getting, like, double defeats. Plus a down. Why? We have all 10 on the board. What's going on? Alright, cool. And one pillar. I will heal you in a second. Okay, because he was down and you were trying to res, but he got down from what exactly? Is that my bad? All right. We got this. Probably not. We're only 8 man at the moment. half the fight. Another death to the copter. Just gonna wait here for a second. That's all right. We're all good. Go now. Trigger that straight into fire so I can get it back again in a few seconds. Alacrity pending. Beautiful. Why? Ugh. I was walking. You all saw. For fuck's sake, I wasn't on the left enough. I underestimated how thin that fucking thing is, and I couldn't see the fucking. It's my bad, I guess, but visual noise just made that like really annoying. You know how Apple bricks their previous models so you can sell their new ones? Well, if you haven't heard of incremental technology bricking, don't worry, because after the next balance change, you might be one of the first to experience episodical character bricking. What are you talking about? What? Because they're doing a shake-up patch. I bet people get really hateful of this patch, and I'm going to love it. Like, people who hardly even play World vs. World and PvP are going to see, like, Shackling Wave has been nerfed, and they're going to shit themselves, right? Because nobody likes to read nerfs, even if it's to the benefit of the game. I'm really mad that I just fell to such a petty thing, because I could be healing them right now. Fucking just W'd over. You wish you could say and watch some more falling into holes, but you've got something of your own to do. Yeah, good luck in FF14, man. Thanks for coming along, dude. Alright. A year ago when you started Master, you said you were going to stream other stuff, and all you've done is Druid Stone. What happened? I just became really interested in doing the Master stuff more than anything else. I'm very obsessive, so if I'm into a thing, it's hard for me to just suddenly pick up something new and just stream it. Because, I don't know, if I'm not really excited and really passionate about something, I tend to not have any confidence in the kind of stuff I make about it. So, alright, we instant GG. I tend to not have any confidence about it, so then I don't like doing it, and I feel like unnerved. And to be honest, over here at Twitch, I think I could do pretty much anything and it wouldn't really matter too much, but I just don't like that sense that I'm not putting effort in, or I'm not like trying, or I'm not doing justice to something. It really, really unnerves me. So, yeah, a year ago, I liked the idea of maybe each weekend or something, we would do other stuff. The Druid Stone stream had really like low frames and stuff, and I didn't fully understand the game. I wasn't getting much out of it, and I just felt like I was putting on a bad show. So, and I did want to go back to it, but that just if I'm debased, if I'm at that quite low level where I don't really, if I don't feel it deeply, I get very intimidated. And so yeah, I kind of just ended up letting Druid Stone drift away. I still like the idea. If I imagine what I want to be doing, it would be spreading a couple of other games in. We were talking about covering other MMOs maybe on the stream to like learn about them, to fuel reviews at a later point, which I think would be cool. Reviews on the main channel, that is. But I don't know for now when or if I'll get to that. I'd like to though, especially as we run out of Guild Wars stuff. Because you'll find Masters changing, right? Like, once these CMs are done, it's Fractals and World versus World. Oh, and we'll have a little bit of a phase where we finish up those Legendary Collections. It's going to be Festival Dailies, Fractals, and World versus World. There you go. And then once every, like, 2 months, 3 months, I'll have a new Living World thing to look at. And at that point, I might, you know, anything might start seeming better. You know, I might start drifting from Guild Wars. So, yeah, we'll see. I can't quite read that lovely. I can see that you've written a lovely sentiment to me. I can't quite read that yet. I'll read it after the thing. But, yeah, so I'll respond after the thing as well. Maybe I should have replaced that. No, that'll be his job. Okay. Go back to the arrow in a second. There we go. Overload. Mentari tablets up already. It's good, it's good, it's good. Stab for people. Extra reflex. There's no way though. I mean, if he puts the tablet with only one hand, then what the fuck is going to happen really? Good to heal them more. Sorry, I was alt tabbed. I was on my other monitor, so I could see the stream's uptime. How long we've actually been going. It's been an hour already, but I think that Reaper doesn't usually grab one, so he needs to leave a bit of extra ground over here. I remember doing normal mode progression on this, and the players that got the pillars was really fucky for our group back then. We were like really struggling with like our main pillar runners wouldn't get them like super often. And then we were like panicking because our DPS players didn't know whose pillar they'd claimed instead accidentally. We had like no way to communicate it and all that shit. And we spent ages talking about all that bullshit. I mean, fuck, I've got a stream of it. You guys can see. Do you remember that issue? I certainly do. Quite scary, the prospect of one of those shockwaves hitting you while you're in mid-air as you do your jump. Okay, good phase. Ooh, that really scared me for some reason. I actually genuinely felt that in my chest. I was like, oh, fuck. It moved quicker than I expected it to. Okay. I need to be over there, I think, to carry more. How the fuck do I help that guy over there? He's dead. Two of them are dead. Get out of Earth. But you guys really want to start getting ready. You want to acknowledge the circle, and you really want to be. I'm going to rebound here early. It's a bit of an overlap, but whatever. Five of us, that was very, very high over uptime. You really want to, on that second copter, be looking at that circle, that purple circle, knowing where it is and being ready to get over there. Oh, yeah, we have 2 deaths. Good point. This is the most we've had at this phase, though. We might get back to our PB. I wobbled on the spot there for no reason. I got distracted looking at the rest of the team, trying to make sure they were all okay. And then when I glanced back at where we were, I just, I felt really nervous suddenly that I was in the wrong place. I felt like I was too far on the right. So then I just moved to the left, which almost is what killed me. Just lacking confidence. Re-entering with the air overload might be okay, just to get the vulnerability high nice and quick for people. Can do this one here. Okay, phase. So yeah, this copter's really easy. We're going back to the purple circle, right? So my positioning's pretty good for that, I think, right now. Because it will phase right here. That's going to be safe. Okay, reflector up. Yeah, see this player here? Died because they're on the wrong side. You got to look at the purple circle during the copters, and you got to get there early. I mean, I'll stop saying that over and over. People just need practice now. There's only 4 alive, so let's just GG. Right, okay, what did you say? There are viewers like me that watch you not because they're interested in Guild Wars, but because the way you approach games and the personality and experiences are interesting. I really like that, and you would think that that would be a very warm, comforting sentiment to me, right? I get it. And I would love to, honestly, a person who says that, you're the kind of person I want to make stuff for more than anyone else in the whole world. Like, you mean more to me than anyone else. But the thing is, I feel like you only feel that way because you are used to, like, prepared videos where I've learned about a thing and I've got an idea of different stuff I want to, like, information I want to impart upon you. And I've, like, you know, put effort in. And I feel it strongly and I want you to feel and know these different things, so there's work there. If I just stream random fucking games on the weekends, you might not get that at all. What you think that I am and what you think that you like about me might be just nothing. Might just be a ghost, right? So, so even though I read a nice comment like that, I don't actually believe that you know what you want as well as you think you know what you want, which I guess is quite arrogant of me, but I tend to think that people's instincts about stuff are usually wrong, and I provided so little random, like, blind stuff for you guys in the past that all you have are your instincts. You just instinctually feel like you'd enjoy it, but is that really true? Well, I've been too pussy to take that risk, let's put it that way, for the past, like, 4 years. I've got a channel update again, which at the end of January, hopefully you guys will see, which basically says all of this. You think you do, but you don't. Yeah, I'm a big believer in that. What you say with irony, I say with conviction. Another little Star Trek reference right there. Patrick Stewart portraying Captain Picard, speaking to John Delancey portraying the almighty Q, in reference to the idealism of humanity that Shakespeare spoke about, ironically, in one of his plays, Hamlet, I think they're quoting. And Captain Picard recites it, like, completely seriously, and he says, yeah, humans can be this, we are this. Well, maybe not today, but one day. It's very cool. It's very Star Trek as well. It's very Roddenberry. It's very, like, all about what people can become and should be and can aspire to, and not being scared of how great humanity is. How do I get there from you think you do, but you don't? It's a good scene. Available on the nearest YouTube to you. Alright, nice. We're actually speeding up. That was a full 5 seconds faster. So well done, everybody. Getting more comfortable. Oh, we have a cop to death again. Dude, do you know that knockback wave? The Tequatl wave, basically, that's happening there? Why am I, like, 100% convinced that in the initial design for this, that was a fucking knockback that you had to jump over? Why do I feel that way so strongly? And if that is true, they should have done it for CM. Like, fuck it, why not? I know that I'm doing CM here, and we're not even, like, in the last phase, really. But that would be very, very, very juicy as a start to that phase, don't you guys think? I mean, holy shit. That pillar I just put there, is that, like, the worst place you can do one? Like, how the fuck are we going to catch that mechanic? Like, did I really fuck this up? Yeah, that's a really dodgy pillar. Someone, oh, the guy that died would usually have been with me. I was going to say, he didn't even want to risk it. Okay, well, look, it works. I mean, you really want to optimize the floor. Oh, this build's so easy. It's very good. This means I can do this for hours without tilting. Hello. Getting downs again still. Just in case it needs saying, that mechanic behind the pillar, like, it's literally a projectile coming from the boss shooting at you, and you're just using the post to obstruct. This is probably the only time PvEers ever have to acknowledge that basic projectile LOSing is a thing. I mean, because even in dungeons and stuff, there's a lot of LOSing, but it's more about pulling the groups in. People think about that more. Or they're just following commands. They're not actually, like, thinking. But Guild Wars is actually quite robust in terms of... oh, shit. Well, this is sloppy, but it is what it is. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Dude, the visual noise sometimes feels so bad. I turned in-world bubbles off. Right, so I'm going to be in a really bad place for the purple circle this time. So I'm going to fucking book it, yeah? Again, we got more that aren't. Let me just try and give them an aura. Good. Oh, did we just have someone get knocked off? Yeah, Dark just got pushed off. I don't think he was quite in the bubble. Fuck, I've kind of messed this up here. I'll rebound and linger in Earth. Oh, I didn't fucking even press it. Pathetic. Alright, well, whatever. We're doing okay. And this one's perfectly safe. No fears here. Alright. Okay, so below 50%, 8-man again, as is so often the case. I kind of really don't like... I like this fight. I like the design. I like the visuals. It's all very cool. But in a way, I also hate it because it's basically just the zero gliding section taken to an entire encounter. Like, when you get to the point where your expectation is, I can play Guild Wars 2 because I know, like, what the builds are and how to rotate and all that shit. I'm not saying I'm that kind of person. But if you feel that way, and then you're losing because people can't jump, you know, we learned that this was frustrating at 0. And we're learning it's frustrating now. Wow, did he just TP out of the hole? Dude, we've got 4 deaths now. What the fuck? I'll say, we're doing alright with the pillars over here. I should have overwritten the old one. Oh, they've GG. Of course. I enjoy your prepared, well-produced content like long playthroughs, but I think you're very watchable, even when just reacting to new games or updates. But what experience do you have of that, though? I mean, interacting with viewer questions is all well and good, but I don't think it really adds to the world, does it? So, I don't know. Whenever I watch your streams, I don't do it because I'm interested in your account progress, but because interesting discussions come up. You tried to talk about things and value, integrity, introspection. Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's kind of a weird thing, right? Like, that's all very nice and makes me feel very giddy and all that. But I wonder, isn't it kind of true that no matter who you are, if you just present yourself on the internet and talk about the things that are interesting to you, people like you will swarm to you? Does that make sense? Like, let's say I don't really care about talking about the future prospect of humanity's progression through the universe in regard to a fucking Shakespeare sonnet or some shit. Maybe I don't give a fuck about that. Maybe I just really like the sounds of putting my hand in my armpit and doing like a bird flapping noise so that it sounds like it farts. Maybe that's hilarious to me. And if I'm that kind of person, well, everyone, no matter who you are on planet Earth, you'll get a message like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it's not something to be too proud of. Oh, I don't need you playing a new game. I just really like the sound of the farts, man, and so do you, so let's fucking do it. I'll tune in every time. So maybe I shouldn't feel, like, proud. But I get what you're saying. That's more of a sidebar. I've gone full lazy mode now. I just don't give a fuck about anything else anymore. I'm just water autoing. We have reached rock bottom. You don't get my extra, like, 1k DBS. Look, they did it quicker. 10 seconds quicker. Oh, and Kato died. It's a tank, so GG. I don't know why I'm sitting here. I have nothing interesting to do in my life. Then watching WP stream seems like a valuable thing to do. Oh god, now I'm depressed. Good. Feel the depression. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the real answer. Like, that's the truth, especially for Twitch. To be honest, I'm looking every single one of you dead in the eye right now. You're probably only here because you've got nothing better to do. Probably. Like, let's be real. It's background noise while you sit in a lonely corner in a dark room trying to ignore the problems pressing down upon you. And there's this voice here, nattering away. There it is. And don't worry, there's nothing to be ashamed of. People a generation before you were doing it on the radio. And before that with books, sermons. Ooh, hot take. But, yeah. The 1,000 video queue. Dude, that's quite an old video now. That's really cool. I'm glad you're still touched by that. People do talk to me about that video a lot. It's interesting, if I kept the QA going, it probably, we'd be doing other stuff like that. I think the Q&A got to like episode 97, and I really wanted to do something special and cool back then when it got to episode 97. And I just couldn't figure out what it was. I didn't know what anecdotes to give or whatever, and I just got put off, so I didn't do it. And I put it off for about a year, and then a year after that, I started doing this, and this is basically just a Q&A, like always. All my energy that would ever build up, making me feel like a Q&A is worth making, it just ends up going into these. Like, I never feel like I need to Q&A anymore, because this is like the viewer interaction. It's kind of ironic, because there's actually, overall, if you're just an average fan of mine, you're not here on Twitch. And the Q&As were probably really strong for a lot of people. I definitely had a bit of a thing, though, where the Q&As were getting quite... Ooh. You probably want to focus. I fucking hate that ripple animation. I keep thinking there's a hole in front of me. I was getting asked a lot of the same questions over and over, because it's all Guild Wars mostly, right? Like, I would desperately look for any Q&A to do with another LP or something I did. But I haven't done one of those for a while. So, you know, there would be very little going on. It would just be, hey, WP, what do you think of Garenhoff? And I'd be like, okay, this was talked about in Q&A 3, Q&A 15, Q&A 37, Q&A 52, Q&A 69, and Q&A Big Special 100. So here we are on Q&A 333, and this person asks, hey, WP, what do you think of Garenhoff? And you can imagine why that would get a bit old. It's not that I have anything particular against Garenhoff questions. It's just an example of a myriad of things that people are still interested in about Guild Wars, but they never, you know, and they want like a more contemporary answer, even though none of the input really into that conversation has changed. In some ways I feel bad about not continuing with like Guild Wars 2 Mysteries, but in other ways I'm kind of proud that I did stop for as long as I have now. Because I'm really only talking about mysteries that are genuinely interesting. If I did keep going with it just for the sake of going for it, which is what a lot of people ask me to do, it would have just become like this really like lame, like cookie cutter kind of like... The topics wouldn't have been that interesting. It would have seemed quite insincere, I think, over time. So I'm really kind of glad, actually. Ooh. I did not really think about that arrow being in front of me. We grind enough of this. I'm calling it now. Eventually, I will fail that. All right, this is perfect positioning for me. Well, fairly perfect. We'll get there in a second. Oh my god, all 10... No, never mind. Dark step. I thought we had all 10 alive at this point. That has not happened to this date. I got out of Earth at a good time here. So stab. Rebound just in case. Okay. Another reflect. This is going to be more important than the last phase. I really want to play the last phase because I want to know like what my balance of water to earth is going to be. Right, so last run we were really struggling in this phase because... Yeah, I guess we're not going to overlap. We'll do that later, I suppose, or whatever. Because people on the other sides were really struggling with the new like pattern on the ground. Just hopefully this will be a bit more practice for them. Good Aegis uptime, like holy fuck, look at this. Finally get the block there. I had a lot of packets of ages on me there. Swiftness is very high. Oh shit. Is that Shadow Step? Did I just see the thief prep a Shadow Step? We'll see if they return now. No, they didn't. It wasn't prepping a Shadow Step. Very well done to those back two. Have to res these. This will be a very low DPS phase, but it's okay. I'm going to do one here. I know it's going to look a little bit dicey, but it should be okay. That's a place that I complained about a pillar before, but I think that was on a different pattern. 2% and we get phase, so we don't actually need to do this next pillar bit. Good. Right, so prepare for the circle again, remember? See that purple circle over there? So what you want? 2 deaths. Fuck! What? This is such an easy copter! Ah. I wasn't prepared, obviously. That phased really quickly as well. That went in the blink of an eye as far as I saw. I don't know. I expected more time, I guess. It felt like the animation was quicker. It's probably just that I distracted myself and wasn't thinking. Told everyone else to get ready for it, and I felt like I was. I really did. I was expecting to just, when the things left, just walk over. Because if you notice on the other times I've done this, when I just... The walls disappear, and yes, you see the telegraph of the ground about to break, but you can still walk over it meaningfully. I mean, I kind of just want to add lightning flash. That would mean that I very rarely, if ever, fuck up anymore, but I'll keep this for now. So, I don't know. Right. The only Guild Wars 2 Mystery stuff that I kind of want to go back to, and I've actually got on my list at the moment, is easy breezy videos about fractals. Just a video per fractal. And videos about the races. Do you remember I was doing Guild Wars 2 Mysteries, the origins of the races? And there's some kind of profound or interesting thing about the origin of each race that you can go into. The Norn one particularly might be fun at the moment. We've got 2 defeats, GG. So I was kind of thinking that might be a good idea. I never brought my water up today. What the hell? Wow, I can't believe it's been an hour and a half before I even wanted a drink today. Guys, I'll tell you what. I ate for the first time today broccoli and Stilton soup. Okay? Broccoli and Stilton soup. And I have to say... And I'm on soups a lot because since the new year, I've been trying to watch my calories a bit more, right? And a lot of soups are pretty low calorie. Broccoli and Stilton soup. So Stilton's a form of cheese, if people don't know. Only 200 calories for a can, right? But you pour this shit out. It's like a thick, gloopy, like wholesome soup, right? And the flavor it has, like, really fucking punches you in the face. I cannot believe that for 200 calories, you can get that explosive of an experience. It's crazy. So, kind of big recommendation from me, but at the same time, if you don't like sort of strong or even like a little bit bittery kind of taste, you probably won't enjoy it. A lot of people know if they don't like Stilton or not. I don't really. I used to hate Stilton, but I've always given it a little bit more of a shot as the years have gone on. And I can eat it a bit more now, and I'm sort of like, okay, this tastes all right. I'm a bit neutral, a bit negative to it. But I reckon if I eat enough, I'll start to really figure out what's good about it. And anyway, this fucking soup is insane, and I ate it before the stream, and I can still taste it an hour later. I'm thinking of it now because I'd really love a glass of water. I've even had mouthwash. After I did it, I was like, my mouth's gonna be horrible. So I went and used mouthwash after I ate this fucking soup. It's like it's an explosion, honestly, like a cheesy, like, you know, broccoli tasting explosion. That guy went the craziest route possible. So yeah, anyway, big recommendation. And if anyone knows anything else like Stilton and broccoli, let me know. For those in the UK who know like the big soup brands like Heinz soups and stuff, I don't think Heinz do it. It was, I can't remember, Some company that's like, we were founded in, on the can it's got written, we were started in 1890 when a farmer and a vegetable, and a chef, a farmer and a vegetable, when a farmer and a chef got together. It's like called like Thatchers and Briggs or something. I don't know, something like that. That's where I got it from. I'm convinced it's not actually 200 calories because there's no way. I feel like I don't know how mislabeled shit is though. Apparently that's really bad in the States, but it might be just as bad in the UK. I don't know. Usually a lot of the shitty stuff about the United States of America, the UK also has or is actively trying to encourage. So that's fun. Right, I'll go with my buddy since I got pushed out there. Might be true that you can't trust the packaging too much. Pretty shitty if you're trying to watch your nutrition. That guy just fucking nuked us all. What are you doing? Holy shit. I guess it works. Like, why not? We have a defeat before even... This is going to be a few days while people learn how to WASD. No, we've got defeats. GG. I'm GGing. I'm not doing it with fucking 2 deaths before... Maybe I should have waited with that GG because they can practice the copter and going to the circle. Nutrition labels can have a 20% margin of error. I've always wondered, right? Like, that's not the first time I've noticed something like that. And I've always wondered, if you found that and you realized it was mislabeled, could you, like, get money out of them? You know, you call in and you say, look, this is misadvertising. Can you put a suit up? It's a very American thing to do, right? Oh, just sue them. But I feel like people should have the power to, like, the capability to do that. And there is a way, right? If you, like, distill or boil your food in a certain way, you can figure out how much protein's in it, how much carbs are in it, how much fat's in it, and you can do the basic maths of 4 times 4 times 4 times 9 or whatever. You can, like, find it out for yourself or something. No, it wasn't Baxter's. It wasn't Baxter's. But I do like Baxter's. Baxter's do a good lentil and bacon soup. Very soupy at the moment. Tesco's own. No, it wasn't Tesco's. Can you make top 3 for World versus... WW versus WW? What? WW versus WW. Do you mean World versus World? A top 3 for World versus World. What does that mean? Alright, my top 3 for World versus World is... You either want to be... And these are all very close, by the way. You either want to be on the red team, the blue or the green team. And I mean, it's close, but overall, I think the red team is the top of the list, because red is a fucking cool color. Come at me, blue boys. Come at me, greenies. You all know that red is the best. Red is currently black plate, so you agree? Well, there you go. Personally, I suggest you all go for a server transfer every time the matchup changes. Oh, what? You can't do that without spending gems? Well, I guess you just have to foot the build. Yeah, sorry. To be serious, I don't know what you're asking. What is my top 3 for WW versus WW? I mean, you're asking me to do a comparison between 2 things that are identical and asking for a top 3. When you ask for 2 things. Like, that's like one of the most broken sentences you can construct, isn't it? Oh, I almost got myself killed. That was dumb. Looked at chat without moving fast enough off the pillar. That really scared me. No swiftness. Oh, this space. Beautiful. Right, I'm not thinking preemptively enough anymore. Guys, I don't say this enough, but I believe in you. I believe in your power to not fall deadly holes. I don't know why I cancel cast that. I don't know why I was so desperate to get the protection up. There it is. Did I miss the mechanic? I did miss the mechanic. Holy fuck. That guy left really early and it like just weirded me out. It's alright, we got blinded, but it's not a big deal. I'm gonna do this here. So we have 2 Reapers this time. Does anyone know who's been pulling top of the logs this whole run? I should really try to give Frost Aura and the Reflect Shout right before the Eye. That's probably the best thing I can do, the most valuable, because 10 man damage reduction on that scale. Alright, so here we go. So keep an eye on the purple. Have a sense of when you'll need to turn around or whether it's just going to work out for you. Like for me here, I think... Oh my god. See, I kind of want to start over there because it does help anyone else who's caught over there. Okay, I was probably a bit late with this. We'll see in a minute. Just stay behind that tablet. As long as you're behind the tablet, I can't imagine a hand getting an angle on you. Oh my god, we have all 10 alive. We actually have all 10 alive here. This is a first. In terms of players alive, this is our best. What? Why? Come on, I'm looking at the VOD on that. Dude, I'm looking at the VOD. I was literally just walking straight in a line, and I'm like slipping off the edge of a fucking thing that I'm not even at. That's so shit. Like, honestly, I don't see how my position was off there. I really don't see how I was off that. It keeps happening to me as well, right? This must be so precise. This is how precise this is. That when I'm falling, I don't fall. I, like, slide down a vertical wall, right? Like, I'm sliding. I'm, like, clipping into the side of the wall. It, like, does it in 3 little stages. Like, I'll lose some elevation, and I'll stop, and I'll be like, what is that? And then I'll lose a bit more, and I'll be like, what is that? And then I'll fall in the thing. And that all happens in a tiny little fraction of a second. But it's not like you're actually falling. It's like... I don't know, and I felt like I was square on that with everyone else. How the fuck was I more to the right of everyone else than that? This is going to be really annoying, because as angry as I am about that, when I watch the VOD, I'll be like, oh yeah, I was on the right. There'll be some prick in chat who's like, yeah, you just ran off, bro. It was really obvious. See, this engagement encourages you to move the camera. It's so easy. It's just a line of that. I don't see how... It must be where the 2, like, hexagons come together here. Like, if I'm doing a route like this... Like this. Maybe if there's a hole, I like slip down a little bit, but it's fucking bullshit. People are going for a pee break. I don't know why. We'll be stopping in 20 minutes. Yeah, you just ran off. It was really obvious. Oh, hit. Yeah, I don't know. Just wall jump. Yeah, I guess if I was... I mean, I have been wondering that. If I jump when I'm a little bit, like, halfway down, I wonder if I jump, it will save me. But I also feel like when I'm in a situation like that, it's too precarious, you know? And it's like, I don't want to do anything. But then it seems like you're falling still or something. Which is, in general, annoying as fuck as well. No, I won't be watching this bit of the VOD. I'll just watch that little moment. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to learn anything from looking at that. All I've learned from that, all I will take from that is to move slower at that bit. Because that has been a little bit awkward every time. You know, it doesn't matter that I did it 8 times in a row, and you know, every other time that fucking transition's been there. It doesn't matter. Eventually, you just slip on one side or whatever because you do the encounter so many times. And yeah, it was just like it's a confusing little section because you can't quite see what ground's gonna reappear and what isn't and stuff. And I don't know. Oh, this is lame. I hate this as well. I hate just standing here waiting for something to happen. I really feel like if we're only raiding for 2 hours, you can really do that without a break. Maybe I'm an asshole. They say you should stand up for 5 minutes every hour, right? It's obviously not really a problem for me anymore, but I actually watch a streamer who goes on a full-on break. He streams, and he'll stream for like 7 hours in a row or whatever, but he'll do a full-on break every hour. He'll be like, okay, bye everyone. He'll stay live, and he'll just let you look at a black screen, and he'll just wander off. And then he comes back at some indeterminate time. I'm like, that's such a bad idea. He doesn't really have much of an audience, so, you know, you just do whatever you want, but that's just so crazy to me. Like, I really try to not leave. Out of all these master streams, how many pee breaks do you think I've been on? Out of every master stream, or 190, whatever we're at now. There's probably been like 2, maybe 3. There was actually a be right back just 2 days ago, wasn't there? But that was because I'd left something important downstairs at the very beginning of the stream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was right after I said we had everyone alive, and then I just jumped off. Full on Superman into the hole. Because that's what I'm all about, baby. Go Swift. Okay, they bounced it. Two deaths at the start. So that's people getting hit with the eyes, right? That's our DPS players staying too long. And then the eye is chunking them really hard. And like I can see there, by the way, the reason Dark survived is because he's an Ellie. He went down and he managed to vapor over behind the pillar in time. I like the idea of just one of these raid bosses suddenly becoming intelligent and deciding to not use the pillar ability anymore and just use the nuke. And they'd win it instantly. We're doing a pro strat here. I'm going to use this overload to stack swiftness because we anticipate turning around. Look at that. Wow. I believe the brain power that went into that. Can you? I really don't like Healing Rain, honestly. The clouds really messes with my vision. I don't know why I hesitated there. That's stupid, but okay. I didn't even feel that one. What is the enrage timer like on this? Because we haven't even like figured out if we're like on par with it or whatever. Like I keep having these moments where I'm like, yeah, just be more casual about it. Fuck it, just slow down. And the thing is, you're fighting the ground more than the actual enrage, right? Like, or the loss of ground. Dude, it feels like when that animation starts, it moves faster. Does anyone else get that sensation? I don't know if that's true, but it feels like the very first, as it's spinning up, like it moves. So there, okay. You see how I got here? That's a great feedback that someone covered that player with. Very, very good. Okay, quick earth. I won't use the 3. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Dude, we just healed with area chaos aura there. Pretty good feeling. I was did you see? That was because I was slow with earth getting back. It might have been because I was low alacrity, but this player was about 1/4 of a second from being saved by my on-swap stab. Alright, we're back at the same moment here. Oh, yeah, look. Did you guys see my positioning there? I was way more on the right than I thought I should be. But it felt like I was going to be. I really zoomed in to take a look and course corrected. I guess last run was very similar, and that's how I ended up going off the edge. I just moved to the right a lot because I'm not confident. And then I, one of those players is kind of low already. Yeah, they both went down. I really should focus a lot more when we re-engage because boons are low. Prot up time's low. Everything's low. I need to spam harder right when we get here so that I can actually get shit back on people. That's one of the reasons I think that we're struggling here. Also depends what that player that died was doing in terms of role. So one guy's dead that was 1/4 of a second away from me being able to save. Maybe because of low alacrity. There, I've got to get swiftness back. Here we go. We might actually see the last phase this time. We won't have to do the next mechanic. Okay, this is the easy walls. Almost everything I say will become like some juicy fucking sound bite the second that I fail. Got to get swiftness again. This one's easy. So I should be okay here, right? We're all good. 9 alive here. This is very strong. I'll go for a reflect on this. The thing is, because I overloaded, I've got stealth. I'm not going to get back into earth at all here. So just stay behind the thing. Oh god, there's a fucking jump, is there? Yeah, we haven't got to this phase yet. Okay. Right, now I don't know what we're up against. I know the hands are coming back. I'm waiting. Not interested in dying. I need to be back a bit anyway. So what the fuck do I want to do here? I guess that's okay. Oh no, I'm really sorry everyone. Well, no, that's not a big deal. Dude, how did that guy get knocked back? Oh, because hands are up. Right. There's another hand. Do some reflects. How the fuck do we deal with hands shooting us during that phase? I'm gonna stay in the bubble as much as possible. That guy's dead over there and I can't res him. I feel like with the reality of this bit laid bare to me. Got to heal the tank a lot as well. There's a reflect for everyone again. Can maybe get this. I don't want to get hit. He's defeated. I need to rebound here because people are low. I'm going to tectonic upheaval if I try and res that too much. Arcane's starting to look a bit better. I think it is. So we got one renegade. It's all utility players now. There's no point grinding this. I'm going to GG because it's just fucking utility players. Right. I'm thinking of subbing the... yeah, let's sub Earth out now. Oh, but then we lose on swap stab. Oh, the hands don't shoot during that phase? That's fantastic. Okay, good. Alright, so I don't have to blow all my cooldowns there. That's actually hugely awesome. Is it possible that they might be mid-firing a projectile as the phase begins and then someone gets snagged? I feel like I saw someone maybe die there. But yeah, no, that's very good. Apparently the hands keep respawning, and the idea is not to go DPS them. We just want like stab fields and stuff, possibly. You know what might be really nice for me? This. Instead of group-wide thingy, I could selfishly save myself from 1 CC every run. Well, not one, potentially more than one. It depends how long that phase lingers. Arcane might have been good at the end there. It definitely. Maybe I shouldn't swap because everyone will start taking big pressure. Maybe it's because we were just losing it a bit. We just started staggering away a bit. They give you a unique vulnerability debuff. Ah, so the pressure is higher at the end. So maybe this build isn't useless. If it's good in the last bit, which is the actual important bit, you know, the rest of this is just like Super Adventure Box. Really. It's Super Adventure Box with some DPS. I appreciate that people actually playing hard builds have a way different experience of this. Ignoring both hands isn't correct necessarily, depending on damage. Oh, I appreciate that too. I believe yesterday when we first started, people were saying that you kill the hands at arrow, but leave the ones at circle up, and the tank's just going to be fine with that. How the fuck is the tank sustaining that as well constantly? I kind of want to run focus. Swirling Winds is like really, really, really good. The uptime on it's not bad. You can drop the cooldown. Don't have much more than that though for the group. This kit has way more for the group. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna get away from that. Okay, arrow. Wow, my timing was well off there. I was so ready to go to the arrow there and they just kept coming. Okay. And the fact remains still, even when I do the stab, it's still only 5 people. Swelling. Holy shit, we managed to get hit through that. I should probably stack closer to the hand so that I don't fall in a little crack like that. Also, I was not paying attention to the ground there. Even like little minor jumps like that just start to feel worrisome to me over time. Maybe I'm just looking for excuses to go with Healing Rain. I know I could just not cast it, but at the end of the day, the reason I am casting it is because there is a bit of Condi. I think. Is someone saying? I can't say I've noticed much over this whole time. Okay, good. I used the heal there after acknowledging that one of the players was low. Someone insta-died on the copter, so we're down to 9. So here we should be fine. Just covering us a little bit. I'm gonna leave, I'm not overloading or anything like that. To be honest, I mean the tablet does so much. If more of the time I spent just focusing on the tablet, so 10 man reflects for everyone, and some stability. Man, those thin roads now feel so precarious. Really scary. Okay. Yeah, I kind of felt it there again. I felt a desire to move more to the right than I really wanted to. that was a low health player there, but it was just Reaper Shroud. Let me get the eyeball. This guy's gonna go down. Not sure how that ended up happening. I'll let my partner overwrite this. Dude, I got so confused by that clone. Why was there a clone standing there? I thought it was a fucking party member that it had like culled the fucking health bar away or something. So, if we get too many here again, we're fucked. There was a very fleeting chance there that I might have just walked into the hole that created. It was not on my mind until right at the last moment. See this one. This is going to start forcing us to jump now. Might be able to get the phase. There it is. Should be okay. Okay. Yeah, we had one death on the transition. Still 8 players, it's not bad. I'll make sure I get people healed up. Get some reflects up. Okay. You'll notice that the healing rain visual there and the following like shockwave from one of the hands really obscured the terrain. Again, I'm just standing here. Gonna wait. It's not that vital I get in super quick anyway. So I don't want to be responsible for throwing this. Okay, they're overlapping. Thank you for thinking of that, I hadn't. Okay, everyone's healthy. Get reflects up. Swiftness rolling. We have too many here, I think. I'm probably going to get hit. Yeah. Now, do I want to vapor into the middle? No. That feedback on res is like really OP, actually. It was intentional. Okay, yeah, over that. Yeah, I should have thought a little bit more carefully on that one. Give everyone some health. Reflect here just in case. Yeah, it looks like the hands aren't really like doing anything. They like look moved, right? Okay, enrage is at 45 seconds. We have 2 downs back here. So I'm gonna go for it. Reflects for all of them. Big heals. Put a pillar back here. We'll just figure that out later. That's obviously very bad. Maybe we don't use that one. Maybe use the old one. Reflects again and heals for the tank. The eyeball's up. Got 2 players. Need to keep a close eye on the rest of the team though, because they were struggling before. 2 deaths again. There's reses. Reflects for them as they come in. Yeah, overlap. Stab for me because I'm scared. Dude, whoa, what? Oh, did we get... Oh, we had 2 pillars in the middle. 6%. And to be honest, if those pillars in the middle never landed like that and we didn't get nuked there, that might have been the run. Oh, she was enraged. Interesting. So what does the enrage look like? Okay, so that's enrage with 2 deaths. Now, if we don't have the 2 deaths, then we can probably do it for sure. Especially if those were higher DPS players that we had die. Either that, or we can give ourselves some wiggle room with the deaths by maybe trying to optimize our DPS players a little bit more. So, and by that I mean either their builds or their playstyles or what. Oh, enrage is just instant kill. Ah. Yeah, Belst, exactly. No one could stand behind the one at the edge. Yeah, we were very close there. I was actually getting a little bit tense as well. I didn't really think we had the run for some reason, so I wasn't like super on the edge. I was just really grateful that we got practice on the last phase, honestly. So I'm happy with that. 6% could have been 2 DPS players. Well, don't forget that's 2 DPS players only after the last like 33%, I think. We lost a Chrono. Anyway, I think it was Chrono that died. Anyway, this is my last attempt for the day. We've already been streaming 2 hours, so let's just see what we got, if we can maybe push it through. And if not, well, it's progress. Every time we've come to this, we've made progress. So tomorrow should be even better, especially if people like practice their rotation a little on the golem, or think about a slightly different variation that might be more output or whatever. Again, I appreciate, I'm really not pulling my weight on this build for this, I don't think. Maybe. The tablet kind of covers so much, you know. It's really just like, I'm trying to overload on that dude. Low boons. Bump up a bit. There we go. That's way better. Pretty good phase right there. It's definitely scary sometimes, this bit. See, we're trying to go to green the first time. I remember that initial day of progression, I really was panicking every time that copter thing came up. And I couldn't find space in my head to actually observe the fucking the next squad marker that I was looking for, that I was going to be going to. Just couldn't do it. I was still struggling with it and sort of leaving it up to chance right up until the last run or two. I don't suppose much has changed really, but I do feel more comfortable with it. Fuck, I got clipped by that. So did a few of us, and no overload this time to save me and bail me out. I really should have been allowed the player. Food's dropped as well. I think I'm safe to refresh right here for now. Safe to do a little bit of menuing. It looked like someone ate a blowout there. Did you guys see that? Visual noise on that was brutal. 2 deaths. So this is the same thing. So I mean, people really have to like fucking work their dick off now. Really. That's the major consideration here. Okay, nice, good reflex. It takes a while for the knockbacks to start as well, honestly. It's that transition is way more forgiving than it looks like it is. I should have opted for rebound. You can also like look at the attacks of the hands, and like once one of them's done, you kind of know they take a long time to recharge their next attack. So you kind of know you're alright. Oh shit, res. Get him out. Nice and safe. Okay, good. Rinse and repeat. Boons up real quick. This is kind of in anticipation for the next, you know, the below 25% section. So that guy a bit. Gave him a leap finish as well. That's nice. we're overlapping because we have 2 deaths. Of course, my bad. That was good RNG on my second kill I got placed. Not really doing the mic thing as much as I could have been. Over that. Okay, eyeball. You know, if they're quick, we do have this phase. They won't be quick because we had it down over here. Try and spam whatever out I can. Here. Well, they might be actually. No, I think they got it. Sorry about the... It seems like the only copter that's really scary to me is copter 2. Oh, I say that, but someone just fell. Yeah, look at where he's preemptively placing the tablet. It's a really clean jump, like every run to get to that. And then you're just there. So we only have 6 players now. 4 of them have fallen. I will go through it. Mostly I want to see if we can make it to Enrage again. I want to see what happens if I rebound at the start of Enrage. With this low player count, I can be sure that everyone gets all my shit, which is kind of cool. Dude, it's not dying. Are we all the utility players? I think we are. I think everyone DPS died. Oh, no, we have a Reaper. Go on, Reaper, you got it, baby. I'm trying to be... Dude, we fucking got nailed. Let me watch the VOD of that. Was I outside of the tablet? No, the tablet dropped. Did you see the timing on that? Holy shit. Dude, a feedback dropped and the tablet dropped right as it came in. I don't know why I was the only one that got defeated. Yeah, we only had one. Oh, Enrage does 200% more damage. It doesn't instant kill. You could probably just grind through it with a lot of barrier then. This encounter and so many others. You die in the dumbest way possible. He phased and detargeted the moment you pressed FGS4. Is FGS4 that worthwhile using? Really? What are you using FGS4 for? I know it's a good skill, but in the context of this, I don't think it's that necessary to stress yourself over. Well, it looks like they're going to try and grind it since it's the last day, but, you know, the last run, but they've got 1% done of the phase so far. Dude, that's bullshit that I alone out of the group got sniped. I mean, if I'd stood closer onto the stack, then I might not have, but that would have just been because I was sacrificing someone else who took the brunt of the projectile. It's going to be too much damage for him. Yeah, I agree with Hamato. I would just use Firestorm and drop it if you really must. To be honest though, if you're a Weaver, I would run the Elite and I would take the Stability trait so that you don't get knocked back. You have your own tool. I would just use the Elite stance to stab during the phase. Oh no, I'm going to cast 5 fewer Firestorms across the entire encounter. Like, who gives a fuck? Do the thing that makes it a little bit more comfortable. That's what I would do anyway. But hey. Alright, so... Yeah, I hate the 4-2 because it locks me down as well. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. And I'll be back tomorrow. It looks pretty good. We got to, what percent? 6? Was that earlier? Or am I imagining that? What percent were we at? I think it was 6. Anyway, yeah, slow, very slow, but a gradual improvement, not just amongst you guys, but me, myself. You know, I've made some stupid little mistakes that hopefully I'm doing less of now. For example, there was no instantly running into holes, unless you count the bug when I entered the platform earlier. And yeah, well, we'll just continue. So thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow, if you want to get in on this, you obviously can. The more recurrent people, the better, though, because I want to feel like the progress we made today counts for tomorrow. And yeah, so nice, fun stuff. And take it easy, guys. I'll be back for another episode tomorrow. Like I say, same time, every day. Ta-ta.